Parastasmatu bhavanyo vyakta vyakta sanatanaha yaha sa sarveshu bhuteshu nasya suna vinashyati. Yet there is another nature which is eternal and is transcendental to this manifested and unmanifested matter. It is supreme and is never annihilated. When all this world is annihilated, that part remains as it is. So here is the description of spiritual world. Krishna explained first, he explained to us the temporary nature of the material world, how the greatest life here you can have, even if you remain in the material world, is the life of Brahma. And even Brahma dies. And Brahma life may look very fantastic, but it is for him, it is not so like that. It's not that he is going to feel it's a very long life. He feels his 100 years. Just to give an example of an insect now. Now there's a rain time. An insect is born. An insect dies. In 2 hours he is dead. For him, if you tell human life, he can't just believe it. He just can't believe it. Because for him, within the 2 hours he experienced birth, old age, disease, death. He experienced everything that we have. He had friends there. He had sex. He had children. Everything that he experienced in 2 years. So for him, it's relative. For him, our life is very long. And he doesn't feel his life is short. For him, that's what the life is. And for us, we think 100 years is so. I have very great life compared to an insect. But if you compare your life to Brahma, it is insignificant. So anyway, so Brahma is also not going to live forever. So even Brahma's life looks insignificant. There is one example given in Shastra about one Rishi. What is his name? Lovana Rishi, whose one hair falls. There is one Rishi. So there is one sage who has a benediction of a life even greater than Brahma. His life is such that when one Brahma dies, one hair from a body falls. And when all hairs from his body fall, then he will die. So his life is now ahead of life, special benediction. Okay. So what happens is that once he is standing on the banks of the Ganges, and Narad Muni comes there, and Narad Muni asks him, why you are standing? Why don't you make a hut and sit down and chant Hare Krishna? Correct? What does he say? Why don't you sit down? You are on the banks of the Ganges. You are standing and chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. So he told Narad Muni that actually, where is the time? I have no time to make a hut and waste my time. You just imagine. Well, just how much a person can be, if he is serious, even a life which is fantastic will look nothing to him. So this is a whole essence actually of Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada is saying in this purport here, there are two kind of natures, and which have been discussed in the 7th chapter. What does the 7th chapter discuss? The material nature of summarize as Bhumi Apo Anulo Vayu Kam Mano Buddhi Evacha Ahankara Itiyam Me Bina Prakriti Ashtadha. These 8 things are material nature. And beyond this was explained what the spiritual nature. Aparaste stu anya prakriti vidhi me param jiva bhuta mahabhava yedam dharite jagat. Then beyond this apara prakriti, the para prakriti exists, the superior nature. So just like there is body and spirit is different, the material world and spiritual world is different. Easy to understand. Prabhupada explains on Rath Yatra, simple lecture. 5 minutes he explains whole Krishna consciousness. Just like you can all understand, body is different from the soul. Body is dead, soul is conscious. The same way you can understand, the material universe is different from the spiritual universe. It's different. Oh, more understanding for the people. So we have to therefore Krishna is inviting us. You want to go? Krishna is inviting. You have to make a decision. And if you want to go, Krishna has made all arrangements. He has personally come. He has sent his great devotees. And if you do not become pure devotee of Krishna, then everything we did was a waste. At the end, it's no use. There is one famous verse. Aradito yadi hari tapasa tataskim. If you came to worship Krishna with pure devotion, then there is no need for you to do now big tapasyas, because you achieved everything. Correct? Aradito yadi hari tapasa tataskim. If you are worshipping Krishna, what is the use of severe tapasya now? Not needed. And naradito yadi hari tapasa tataskim. If the end you didn't worship Krishna, then what is the use of your tapasya? Very nice combination. Aradito yadi hari tapasa tataskim. Naradito yadi hari tapasa tataskim. This goes on 3-4 lines. So if you worship Krishna, you came to conclusion of worshipping Krishna, there is no need of severe tapasya. Some people say they will go to Himalaya, sit down in water, do that. We don't need to do that. We are chanting Hare Krishna, we are happy. Correct? What is the name? Lomasa. Correct. Lomasa Rishi. That Rishi's name is Lomasa Rishi. Who was it? So Aradito Yadi Hari. So if you worship Krishna, what do you use of tapasya? And if you did not worship Krishna, then also no need of tapasya. If you came to the conclusion of worshipping Krishna, now you don't need to do any severe tapasya, because you got the main thing. But you didn't get service to Krishna and did a lot of tapasya. That was waste. So Naradito Yadi Hari Tapasa Tataskim. Very nicely arranged. So life should be therefore to come to the platform of pure devotion. And what is pure devotion? Let us understand. Because Krishna, you cannot go to Krishna by any way. By philosophical speculation, by karma kanda, nothing will help you to go there. You can only go there by surrender and service. There is no other way. How do you go? You want to go, but only what you can go by? Surrender and service. Surrender means your whole life should be molded under the direction of the Acharya. We have to take shelter of a pure devotee, and whole life should be molded on his directions. That is called surrender. And service. We are engaged in offering service with love. Okay? So what do you need to go there? Surrender and service. Okay? So what are the 2 shlokas which describe pure devotion? Anya vilashita shunyam jnana karmadi anavritam anukulyena krishnanu shilanam bhakti uttamam. This we should remember. Anya vilashita shunyam. No other aspiration. Many times people come to the temple with something they want. Better than the people who do not come. They are useless. They are animals. But at least, because human life, if it didn't go to temple, what's the use then? Eating, sleeping, the animals can also do. Human life is to approach the Lord. Somebody who came to the Lord, but he asked something. Better than somebody who did not come. But why ask? Anya vilashita shunyam. There should be no desire except service to the Lord. I don't have any personal, selfish, crooked desire. Nothing I want. I just want to please the Lord. Anya vilashita shunyam jnana karmadi anavritam. What does it mean? Jnana, I am free from any attempt to have any knowledge which has nothing to do with the glories of the Lord. Not interested. What is this jnana? Simply. Karma, any activity which is not for the pleasure of the Lord. The most subtle and gross have been taken care. Okay? We have 2 kinds of activities. The activities with the mind, we can activities with the body. The 2 things we have, gross and subtle. And then in the soul, still higher. So grossly, he doesn't do anything which is not for the pleasure of the Lord. Subtly, he doesn't do anything which is not pleasure of the Lord. Therefore, you can understand jnana karmadi anavritam. It's not that he's going to free from any activity of the mind. No, he's thinking about the Lord. That's fine. The body, karma, no karma now. No, sir. Karma, which is not for the pleasure of the Lord, is not interested. Anya abhilashita shunyam jnana karmadi anavritam. Anukulyena krishnanu favorably executing devotion service like that. Bhakti uttama, that is topmost devotion. What is topmost? This is topmost devotion. Right? He is offering devotion service just for the pleasure of the Lord. He has no other aspiration, no effort or any mental activity which is not because mind has about power to think. He only thinks about God. That's it. You have got a mind. God has given you power to think. Think only about God. God has given you hand, legs. You can do some activity. Do activity for the satisfaction of the Lord. That is pure devotion. Anya vilashita shunyam jnana karmadi anavritam anukulena krishnanu anukulena. Favorably like this, offering service. Sheelanam bhakti uttama. That is pure devotion. Okay? Is it? This understood pure devotion? There is one more definition. Sarvopadi vinirmuktam tat paratvena nirmalam. Then Rishikena Rishikesha Sevana Bhakti Uttama. This is a very nice verse. This is not in Gita. It's a quoted verse from scriptures, from the Goswamis. Sarvopadi vinirmuktam. We give up all other upadi because we have so many upadi. I am Jharkhandi. I am a Bihari. I am a Tamil. So many upadis we have. I am a Kannadika. So much drama they do it in Bangalore. All Konkani people, we will have an association. If Konkani one child is not getting a seat, we will give money. It's good. I'm not saying charity begins at home. Take care of. But at the same time, that identification should not be go deep in the heart. Because I should understand deep in the heart, I am a servant of Krishna. In fact, we are here in this world because of wrong identification. Originally, soul is pure. What is the original identification of the soul? Servant of Krishna. Jiva Krishna Das. E Vishwas. Karale Tara Dukkhanai. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says. He is our grand spiritual master. Bhaktivinoda Thakur. His advice is there. What is his advice? Jiva Krishna Das. E Vishwas. Accept this fact that you are a servant of Krishna. After that, you have no unhappiness. Over. Just accept this. Now, you cannot see. You have to accept authority of the acharyas. Everything you have to accept authority only in our life. Agreed? Is it just accept this much? And then you proceed because Krishna conscious cannot proceed. You have to apply some what is called practical faith. It's not blind faith. People cheat you. They say it's a mythology. Don't get cheated by all this campaigning. In every field, there has to be some practical faith to begin with. You came to college to study because you didn't see what happens in the college. If you knew what happens, you would have never joined this college. All three of you from the same college. Maybe you would have never joined. You didn't know. Right or wrong, you invested some faith. Somebody told you or your parent, idhar chale jao, bahut acha hai, aage. Itna dur se aage. Chalak. True, no? You invested some faith. Without faith, we can't move in life. Now some job comes, somebody says, acha hai, chale jao. You go. You don't know what they do there. So life, we don't move an inch without faith. When you are taking a step also, you don't know. Maybe a pit. Maybe a trap door. How do you know? You do not know anything actually. You are breathing now. How do you know there is no poison gas I have put here? Anything is possible. In fact, it's a disease. When some people go into doubting so much, it is called a disease. And such a person goes to learn anything, how to bend an iron, that's it taught in all these colleges, he cannot even function there. There's a whole iron rod. Hey, maybe something he'll do. Maybe he'll give me a shock. We don't know what he is doing. Correct? He has to invest some practical faith to proceed in life. The same practical faith is accepted when you come to spiritual line also. But they are told here not to believe. They are told here this is cheating. You see, that's just like there is a very nice doctor in the city. Perfect doctor, well trained and all. But we can always create an afwa for him, rumor for him. He doesn't know how to treat. 3 patients yesterday treated, they died. We can create a rumor. Even though he's a good doctor, because unless you apply faith, he cannot function like a doctor. Suppose you go to that very good doctor, I'll explain to you. And you say, and the doctor says, and you don't have faith. The doctor says you take this medicine 250, you will not take. You will not take. Even his practical advice, which is correct, you will not follow because you have no faith now. Even though he's a perfect doctor, the same thing has happened to the whole Vedic culture and the Vedic literatures and all the Vedic acharyas. You tell somebody, Madhvacharya says this, please follow. He doesn't care. You tell him, Bhagavad Gita says you should do this. He doesn't care. Why? You say our Vedic culture says this should not be done. He says, I don't care. Why? He has been told not to believe this. There has been a systematic, unfortunate propaganda. This is all bogus. Don't believe. Right from the moment he's born. Even in India. The joke is, even in India, he's born. From the day one he's born, propaganda is, don't believe this. Don't believe this. I remember I had purchased Bhagavad Gita and I brought to my room when I was in college. So some people told me, it's good. हम हिंदू हैं पढ़ने का. When I started reading, hey, इसको seriously नहीं लेने का. This kind of campaign is going on. Correct? Many times it happens. Don't take it seriously. So at the heart, actually, the whole, practically everybody in India, practically, I'm not saying 100%, is a victim of this propaganda that don't believe. Arey Baba, let me just go through this book, then let me make a unbiased judgment. No, don't believe this, don't read this. If anybody with an open mind just hears Bhagavad Gita and reads it, definitely his faith, that much faith he has to give, something is there in this. Just like the doctor come back again. You go to the doctor and the doctor says take this medicine. And you do not know the doctor. He said, doctor, can you explain to me? A doctor is a genius. And when he starts speaking, you find, this guy is, simply people are making propaganda. This guy knows everything. Correct? You see this symptom, this, therefore I did this. Then you see, just propaganda is going on, that's all. So what happened to us? We were also victim of this propaganda that don't believe Gita, don't believe these acharyas, don't believe Vedic culture, all is dead, useless. But somehow, because of some reason, once we had an unbiased hearing, that's all. Not that the moment we entered assembly of devotees giving class, we had full surrender. Nothing. We had so many doubts. When just we heard it, why people give all this campaign? It is so wonderful. It is so reasonable. Don't everybody feels like that? But previously, before entering, what the propaganda? Everybody was victim of the propaganda. You go and tell in our hostel, I attended a Gita class. What they will tell? इससे तो दूर रहो, तो पागल हो गया है. They will just, because that's the problem. They're all unfortunately victims of a propaganda. So we are doing a thing we have a very difficult job to do actually. Very difficult. If there is unbiased, just like sun does not need an advertisement. Now if I make a propaganda that there is no sun, ये सब कुछ बेवकूफ बना रहे हैं, कुछ टॉर्च लाइट लगा रहे हैं, and you believe that, you will not open the door to see whether sun is there. Sun doesn't need advertisement. You open the sun and look in the light and it is reasonable, the sun is there. There's not floodlights. It takes you a few minutes to understand. Similarly, Bhagavad Gita actually does not need anybody's propaganda. It is self-effulgent. So many people say, I can't believe Bhagavad Gita. You, एक काम कर यार, एक बारी just पढ़ ले इसको. It's over. It's all over. Once he reads, it's all over. He can understand it is so nice. It has solution for why Gita. It's a knowledge. And this knowledge, we want knowledge, no. For what? It has a solution for all the problems of the world. It has solution for every kind of problem Gita can solve. This is a book. This is the quality of the book. And the main thing this book, now this shloka is saying, Parastasmat. Today morning also I told you, this is the most authentic book on earth. The most authorized book on earth. Directly the words of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Where you have, please tell me, anywhere you have. You don't have. This is the only place you have directly words of the Supreme Lord. And what he is telling you? Parastasmat bhavo anyat. Much beyond this world, which is manifest and not manifest for you. Certain things are manifest. We can see some night, some twinkling of stars, some planets we can see. Certain things we cannot see. The both are there. Vyakta, avyakta, just like it is explained in the Bhagavatam. Loka, aloka planet. So many descriptions are there which we cannot see. We are not seeing so many things. The whole cosmology is explained in the 5th canto of Bhagavatam. So we cannot see, we cannot understand so many things in the universe. That's true. Even scientists agree to that. We do not know the whole universe. So something is manifest, something is not manifest. Much beyond that, Krishna says is Sanatanaha. The spiritual world exists. And what is that? Even when this world is destroyed, that remains as it is. Just like in a city, you see sky, there is cloud. Sometimes cloud is there, sometimes cloud is not there, but city exists. In a sky, you see cloud. Sometimes cloud is not there, but sky exists. The spiritual world is eternal. Symbolically, try to understand, it is eternal. That is never destroyed. The material world is temporary, which is bhutva bhutva praliyate. Krishna is not bhutva bhutva praliyate, neither Atma is. But seemingly it happens. So what is this world? That is explained very nicely in the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Now we're in 8th, we'll come there. It is a reflection. Just like when you see a movie. Don't see movies. But when you see a movie, what do you see? Try to understand. You get an image. You see sitting on a cinema hall. What is there in front of you? Image. Some colors are there. Are the people there? But you see how people become totally mad. They whistle also. The boys, when they see actress, so much they feel as if she is there. People, there was one person, he recently died. Where it was? Somebody somewhere died. He saw some horror movie, he died there. And then another joke has happened. They put him in the morgue, he had disappeared from there. Maybe he woke up. They took him, after he died, they put him in the morgue. They take him to hospital. He has disappeared. The body is missing from there. Maybe he revived after that and he ran away. Jokes happen like anything. So whatever, the point is, at least on record, it has come, the person died. So he believed as if horror. Actually nothing is happening, no? Mara kisle. Some movies give a challenge also, if you can see it alone. They give a challenge. Dikhao isko akele dekh ke dikhao. And people take the challenge sometimes. Why? Because people are such like that. Now suppose the movie is going on, you switch on the light. Sometimes, you remember, when after interval time, the lights get switched on. You realize, chairs, and I'm sitting. You don't even realize you're sitting on a chair. Do you realize that? You get so much lost. The same way Krishna is saying you are lost in this world. Whatever you're saying, it's all lights. The reality is in the spiritual world. Parastasmat, there everything is a imitation. Everything is an image. Just like you see mannequin, you go shops, they have this dolls. They're also in the entry, they put a shop. Now who gets attracted to that? A fool only, no? Intelligent person, no, the reality is somewhere there. Therefore a pure devotee, he does not get attracted at all to any variety of this world. Why? His heart is enjoying the variety in the spiritual world. You cannot exist without enjoyment. Enjoyment has to be there, either material or spiritual. The general people who are like on the platform of animals, they are enjoying, but they are enjoying material variety in this world. Srila Prabhupada ki, Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki.